So what are the costs that go into making video content? Now, when I work with potential clients, the question they always ask me is, how much will the video cost? The cost of a video project depends on the scope of work, the video format, the number of shooting days, locations, talent, and many more. It boils down to various expenses, equipment, and how many people need to be hired to create the video. An unboxing video will cost less than a commercial that requires 3 days of filming and a crew of 20 people. Rather than go through traditional filmmaking budgeting, in this video I'm going to break down the various costs to consider when investing in digital and social media content for the purpose of marketing, branding, and growing a business. Short films, music videos, and high-end commercials is a whole other beast, so this is for businesses who are looking to spend less than $50,000. Now, most videographers you hire will try to take on all the roles that I mentioned in this video, but know that if they are trying to do the work of 10 people, it's going to lower the quality of the video and probably not get it done in time. Now first, we have to figure out what we're filming and who is going to write the idea. Will it be you or a writer? Hiring a writer will make the script writing process easy and will sound better on camera since they are experienced in writing for videos and marketing. You will also have to pay the director, who can also double up as a writer. The director is going to interpret the script and create a shot list and storyboard to convey the words on screen. Depending on the budget, you may also need to invest in a storyboard artist and designer to help you visualize the concept. You will also need to invest in a producer as well, who is like the general manager of the video making process. A producer will take the director's vision, hire the crew, rent the equipment, find the locations, and cast the talent to bring the video idea to life. Videographers usually double up as producers and directors and sometimes camera operators, but you can only push them so much. Hiring a producer separate from the director is critical for the operational success of the video. Production insurance is also a cost to consider, as it will protect you and the crew from any damages and harm on set. Once the producer knows the budget, they will then allocate the funds to the appropriate departments to actualize the director and client's vision. Again, this is where it will vary from video to video. The main thing you have to consider when investing in video content are the crew, the equipment, the location, and the talent. You can always get away with a producer, editor, and a director who doubles up as a camera operator and director of photography, but you will lose and sacrifice quality. For the crew, there are multiple departments. First is the camera and lighting department. To keep it simple, you're investing in the camera operator and people to help that person execute the shot list. For small productions, videographers take on this role on top of directing, but it's tough for someone to make sure that the camera is in focus while trying to direct the talent on screen to get the best performance. In traditional film, there is the role of the director of photography, who is in charge of creating the visual look of the director's shot list through the camera and lighting. Under them, there would be a camera operator, camera assistant, gaffer, grip, and so much more. To keep it simple, you would be investing in someone who will be operating the camera and possibly a camera assistant or gaffer to help them with lighting and various tasks. Second department is sound. You will be investing in a sound recordist or sound mixer who will be in charge of recording and monitoring sound on set. If you have interviews and audio to capture, this is a crucial role that shouldn't be skipped. Now, videographers can also take on this role, but again, it's hard to make sure that the audio sounds good, the camera is in focus, and the talent is being directed for the best performance all at the same time. Investing in a sound person makes sure that your audio is captured clearly. Now, the third department is hair and makeup. I used to skip this department to save on budget, but when you're shooting interviews and people, this is a crucial person to have on set to make sure that skin and hair look good on camera. With 4K resolution getting popular, blemishes and imperfections will show easily on camera, so having someone to handle these issues is necessary if you want to have a professional looking video. You can also invest in a stylist or in wardrobe if you are filming a fashion and apparel video or a video that requires styling. Depending on the type of video, you may need this to make your subjects look on brand and professional on camera. Plus, if you have a skit or something that requires costumes, this is someone you have to invest in as well. Now, the fourth department is the art department for production design, which makes sure that the environment looks on brand and professional on camera. Why did Zoom introduce virtual backgrounds? Because most people work in a messy environment that they don't want to capture on camera. A production designer sources props or creates items to put on set to make the frame look like how you and the director envision. It can be as little as adding a plant and furniture in the corner of a room to building a whole set. Investing in production design makes sure that you are capturing a professional environment on camera. And if you have a fictional narrative or script with an elaborate set, it's good to have an art department to make it look legit. Then you have production assistants or PAs and other ancillary help to handle things like picking up food, running errands, and other tasks. On top of paying your crew, you also need to pay your talent. If you are filming models or actors, you need to pay them for their time. If they are employees, then you may be able to get away with it. Other than crew and talent, you have to pay for the equipment being used. This is sometimes lumped into a videographer's rate, but if you are looking to create a better production, you would usually invest in better equipment. Costs will vary depending on what equipment your crew already has and what your director wants to get. You will mainly invest in cameras, lenses, lighting, and sound, and props if you have a very elaborate set. If you're not filming at home or your office, you need to rent locations. This varies on locations, but this is a cost that you need to be mindful of since you need to compensate whoever owns that location. You will also need to sign a permit and provide insurance just in case the location or equipment or people get damaged on set. You also need to film your crew and talent on the days of shooting, so you need to invest in food and drinks for the shoot days so people don't get hangry on set. These costs vary on what type of food and drinks you provide, though you usually pay for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks throughout the day. Now that you have production handled, it's time for post-production. Again, there are plenty of more roles that I skip, but this is for small to mid-sized productions that don't have more than $100,000. During post-production, you are hiring a team to take the footage that was captured, put it together, and deliver it to you so you can post it. You will first invest in an editor who will take the footage and find the best takes to put together in your final video. And again, some videographers will also take on this role, but it's good to take this cost in consideration when you're dealing with tight deadlines and the videographer needs assistance. You will also invest in sound mixing and design, which makes sure that the audio that you captured is mixed properly and sounds great, plus add sound effects to fully bring your audio to life. When the edit and picture is locked, you would then invest in color correction and grading, which would make sure that the color is consistent throughout the video and subjects are properly exposed. This is an important step, as you can tell in an unprofessional video from a professional one from the color of the images. Next is investing in motion graphics and animation. This is more of an additional cost if you want to have fancy graphics and animation on screen. Costs will vary depending on the length of the scenes you want them to create and the number of frames that you will be animating or designing. There is also visual effects if you need to scrub out a boom mic in the shot or video Photoshop some mistakes on screen, or even add some green screen effects or 3D characters. This depends on the type of video that you're creating, but visual effects is pretty big these days since people like to use green screen and sometimes some 3D characters or other things to put on screen. And that right there is a very quick and rough breakdown of all of the costs that you would need to invest in when creating a video. There are definitely more roles, equipment, and other costs to consider if you have bigger productions or more niche industries, but these are basic expenses for small to mid-sized budget videos. You may ask yourself, why not just hire one videographer to do all of these things? Yes, you can, and I used to be that person. But this could take a toll on a videographer if the production is too big to handle and has tight deadlines, so having help is crucial to get things done